Hey guys, welcome to today's vlog. Today is going to be a fun day. I'm gonna sit down here at the computer. I wanna show you guys what I've been working on for that custom GameCube kiosk. So, let me flip the camera around. So this is the logo, of course, that I'm going to get printed as a decal, and I'm going to be putting this on the top of the kiosk over the clear plastic light there. So the light will shine around it, basically. It'll basically look like that. But this is what I'm more excited about. And on the back of the kiosk, there are those two clear plastic little sign holder things, and I got the dimensions and everything, and I created this. And obviously I didn't create this artwork, but I custom made this layout and everything, and so I put all the black lines to separate everything, and then I got the artwork. I put all the logos on separate from the artwork, and I made, like, right here you can see the little head of the boat going over the outline. I did that with a few things. Samus's gun there, some of the logos go over, the ghost and the Pokemon there, Peach's umbrella, stuff like that. So I really put a lot of work into this. It took me hours and hours to get it right, and I kept changing and adding new things. So that's one of them, because there's two, and here is the other one. So I tried to pick out the most popular, first party type games, and this is what I got. I switched the only four to the other side here, so when they're next to each other, there'll be one on each outer side. But I think these came out awesome. I put so much work into them. Like this Animal Crossing one, for example. I added the present with the floating balloon thing, and I added these two weeds at the bottom. Those were not originally part of that photo, but I added them in there. Got the turtle shell coming over. So I'm really, really happy with how these came out. Like I said, I spent a lot of time getting these set up, and it wasn't like it was super difficult. It was just a lot of tedious work, getting the artwork and getting it to fit in these things, and I had to clone stamp a lot of things out. There were logos I had to erase, and let me see if I can, I don't think I can zoom with one hand, but on the Pokemon's head right here, I had to redraw part of this. And I had to redraw, well, I didn't really have to in the end because I covered it with the logo, but a lot of the wing here, there was an original logo there which I erased, and I had to redraw a lot of that and try to make it match and everything. So I also had to take out the logo from down here, and it cut off right here, so I had to fill in this extra spot. And so I did a bunch of little things like that, which just took time, but I'm super happy with how it came out, and I'm going to try to go and get these printed up today. And hopefully I can find somewhere to do it, because usually they're not supposed to print copyrighted material, but we'll see how it goes. I'm still hoping to be able to pick up that Super Nintendo collection later today, although I haven't heard from the guy since yesterday. He hasn't read my message though, and unfortunately we're only communicating through Instagram, so it makes it a little difficult, but I'm still hoping that that's going to work out and I'm going to be able to pick up that stuff today. That'd be awesome. But right now, I actually put all my files on this little flash drive here, and I'm going to be heading to the mall. There is a place there that I think they're called Shirt Shack, and I'm actually going to be getting 2 Double Jump video games staff shirts made. Hopefully they can get them done in one day. I think I've been there one time many years ago, and they were able to do a t-shirt right away. But I'm getting shirts for Abby and I. I'm probably going to have to get more at some point, but, I'll do that when I know the sizes of the other ones I need. But I'm going to get those 2 shirts done. I'm also going to, I think, because I called and asked, and I think he said they can do decals as well. So I'm going to try to get that decal printed up there, and then possibly try to get the back artworks for the kiosk printed up there as well. I don't know if they can do that. If they can't, I still have a couple other options here in town to get that done. There's FedEx Office, which used to be Kinko's, which is downtown Vancouver, and then there's a couple different Office Depot, Office Max locations that have print centers. Abbey used to work at Office Depot when we lived up in Kelso, and she worked in the print center. I know that they're not supposed to print copyrighted material, but back when I was making my custom amiibos with the packaging, I was getting that stuff printed before she started working there. So you just got to get the right person, I guess. But I'm going to head out now and go to the mall. I will do a little bit of filming, and I'll show you guys the shirts if I'm able to get them, or whatever else I get, I'll show you guys for sure. Just leaving the mall now. I got both t-shirts done, and I got the decal for the kiosk. They came out awesome. Let's see if I can show you guys real quick. Let me put my phone somewhere. It's a good spot. So here's the decal. And so this is gonna go on the lighted part on the top of the kiosk. I actually also stopped at GameStop and got a couple games that I was still missing from my Wii U collection. I picked up Lego Batman 2 and Just Dance Kids 2014. These were $8 each. Puts me 2 closer to a complete set. I'm very, very close. And I'm not going to pull out both shirts, but because they're both the same. But here it is. Hopefully you guys can see it. There's the front. I think the lighting is making it look weird, but the back says staff. So I got one for myself and one for Abbey. And these, of course, we're gonna be wearing when we're working at the store, but that's awesome. Let me see if I can get a better shot of it. There you go, now you can really see the colors. They look awesome. Kind of expensive to get, you know, a single shirt like this printed. They were $30 each because they're double-sided, but still very, very cool. I'm very happy with them, and we're probably going to get shirts to sell in the store as well at some point. I'm not really worried about it right now, but eventually we'll do that. And when you get shirts printed in bulk, it's way cheaper. Like, these were $30 each because he basically did every part by hand. Like, he had to print out the logos and then cut them out with a pair of scissors and get everything lined up and all that. But when you print in bulk, like if I get like 100 double jump t-shirts made with just a logo, then they'll be like $5 a shirt. So way cheaper, but look forward to that for the future. If you guys are interested in getting a double jump shirt, let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know if you guys would wear a SicCooper shirt. I've been toying with the idea for a long time about making shirts, but I just don't know if there would be enough interest. The kind of like the minimum order you can do for shirts in bulk is 50. And so I know I would never sell 50 shirts, at least not for a while, but if you'd buy one, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to gauge some interest on it and see what I want to do. But right now I'm going to try to head to Office Depot and see if they can get those artwork things printed out for the back of the kiosk. Just got home from running all those errands, and I took a clip, but my phone storage was full right when I was doing it, so I don't know if it's saved. But check this out. I got them printed, no problem. They didn't even ask. I was like a younger guy, so I wasn't really worried about him not wanting to print something copyrighted, but let me flip the camera around really quick. So here's the first one. I got them printed on like cardstock, and then I also got them laminated, which is really nice. And just looks awesome. Very happy with them. There's the first one, and then here's the other one. So cool. They just look great. They're gonna be perfect. And then he actually let me take this one as well. This was the test, basically. When it printed, it had something on it which kind of messed it up right there, but he's like, I'm just gonna throw this away so you can just have it if you want. And I was like, okay, cool little poster. I'll probably just give this away at the game store or something. But t-shirts are in there. This thing is here, so I'm gonna head out to the shop and continue working on the kiosk. Well, guys,
these do not fit.
I had the right dimensions. I don't know what happened. They just don't fit. They're too wide. As you can see, sticks out about a 3/4 of an inch too far. So I gotta go get new ones printed. And I'm going to meet a guy in a few minutes here to sell a couple GameCube memory cards, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time to get back to Office Depot and get more printed. What really sucks is that, you know, I chose to get them laminated, which brought up the cost quite a bit. They were super cheap. It was like 79 cents for a color print. The cardstock paper was 17 cents, so it was like $1. But then it was $2.50 each to get them laminated. So I spent, you know, more than I should have. But I thought getting them laminated would just make them last longer, make them look a lot better. And they do look really, really good. And they're going to be cool posters to have. But I have to go get other ones made up. So, well, at least I have this that I can put on. As you can see, it's gonna fit. So that'll be nice at least. I'm gonna put that on and let it sit on there while I go and do my Craigslist deal. And I'm gonna try to go back to Office Depot before I come back home. I'm gonna let that sit on there. You're only supposed to let it sit for like a couple minutes just to be safe, but I'll just leave it on there for a while, then peel the thing off to make sure it's got a, you know, really tight seal or whatever you want to call it. So that really sucks, but I'm gonna try and go back tonight. I think they close at 9 and it's like 7:30 or something, so I do have some time. I'm gonna go back and try and get that taken care of because I was expecting to be, for the most part, done with this tonight. Looks like now I'm not. The other plan I had was to possibly paint all of the wood, like the front door here and everything. I was thinking about painting it all black because the GameCube colors are like black and purple, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. Just because I don't want to paint these. I think these look really cool. It's like I don't even know what you call it. It's like they put silver paint over a black pole and then it like cracked and everything, so you can see the black through it. So, and I don't want to paint this because I don't think it would look great painted, but yeah, I'm pretty much done with it. Just need to get those things, which I'm gonna go do right now. I got back to Office Depot and he told me that I was the last one that was able to get something printed in color before their machine broke. So I just had to race over here to this other Office Depot on the other side of town, and I barely made it. After running around all day, I finally got them done, and they're the correct size. I even brought the old Sprint one to match them up. So this place would not print them because they're like, oh, it's copyrighted, we can't do it. So I had to do it on the self-print machine, and I didn't have time to get them laminated because they closed. I was actually here 7 minutes after they were closed, but I got them printed. They still look really nice. They're on the same paper as before. They're just not laminated. which, you know, kind of sucks, but at the same time, they're going behind clear plastic anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. It's going to look the same either way in the end, I think. But very awesome. I'm going to head home now. Abby is still in class. She has class until 10 p.m., and I think her classes are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I think, or Monday, something like that. And then she has work every day except for Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday. Whatever her 2 days of classes are that are consecutive days, she has those 2 days off from work. They were willing to work with her schedule, which is awesome. So she's going to be home a little after 10, and I stopped earlier on my way home from the first Office Depot trip, and I got some barbecue from this place that we've never eaten at before, but I knew where it was, and I was in the area, so I decided to stop, and it smelled really, really good. And I don't think I've eaten anything today, so I'm very excited to get home and eat some food. But I'm also really excited to get these things onto the kiosk and maybe work on it a little bit more, which I'm not really going to show in today's vlog because I'm working on that video. So, you know, you guys will see that video soon enough. And yeah, so driving home now. Alright guys, it's time for a Throwback Thursday story. And Abby is joining me because we're going to tell the story of how we met. And Abby thinks it's embarrassing. And I think it will be funny because Abby and I like to disagree about portions of it.
Yeah, because there's two different sides to it.
So, it was 2015. 14.
15.
It was 14.
No, it was not. You were in Florida in 14. You had just moved back from California.
The beginning of 2015. Was it February or March?
You moved back in February. We started talking in the beginning of April. End of March, beginning of April.
So in 2015, I was living at my parents' house. I had moved back from California, and I was just doing my thing, buying and selling games.
Are we gonna tell both sides of ours? Or?
There's only one story.
Okay.
I had my wanted ads posted on Craigslist for buying games and stuff, and Abby contacted me, and she had so she had some N64 games.
Cooper says they're shitty, but they were okay. They weren't bad.
She had Wave Race, and I don't even remember all the games, but it was stuff like Wave Race or
Namco Museum.
Yeah, Namco Museum. Games like that. $3 to $5 games. And
all I wanted was
you also had Mario Kart and something else.
I did not have Mario Kart.
You had one or two better games. And she wanted way too much for that.
All I wanted was Ocarina of Time.
But that's not what she said at first. She had a dollar amount that was too high. And
I don't remember that.
Because she lived in Newburgh and it was super far, so even if it was a good deal, it wasn't worth the drive. And so, we just sold Final Fantasy II Complete in Box for the Super Nintendo. But she wanted too much for him, and then I think that you told me that your brother didn't want to sell Mario Kart or something.
I lied because I didn't like his answer to it. So I was just they're not mine. And then...
Yeah, you liar.
Yeah.
She told me that her brother didn't want to sell something, even though
I only have a sister.
She doesn't have a brother. And so I was just okay, whatever, And then a day or two later, I get a random Snapchat from some number. I don't have it saved, and it's a picture of this cute girl, and I was like, do I know you? And it was Abby Snapchatting me, And I don't even know why I have Snapchat.
He had, like, just downloaded it, like, 2 days prior.
I've, like, never even used it. And the only reason I still have it is because of Abbey. I don't ever use it.
I Snapchat him sometimes.
Abbey sends me snaps, like, once a month. And then my sister will send me one here and there, but I don't use it. And so we just started talking.
That's the picture. Or was it this one?
I don't remember.
Oh, that was the picture. I used to look really cute, guys. Or it was this one. I don't remember.
Either way.
Trying to get back to that cuteness.
Abbey wanted too much money for her crappy games, and I was like, I'm not doing it. and then she Snapchatted me a picture, and we started talking. And Abbey knows it's true. And she lied, saying she had a brother who didn't want to sell him.
He was trying to rip me off.
No. I wish we could go back and find the messages, because it's not true.
We could.
Well, we can't.
I still have my old phone.
Oh.
So, my version of events.
The fake version.
I saw the fake version. I knowingly Snapchatted Cooper, knowing like, oh hey, this is the person I just talked to on text messages, and it was a really dumb thing for me to do. Don't do this. But I didn't even know who he was. So, like I sent a super cute picture, and we started messaging on Snapchat and Messenger, and then we finally started texting, which I held off for a really long time because I knew knew who he was.
Because once we actually started texting, I was like, "Oh, hey, you're that girl from the
and I was like,
crappy N64 game."
Really?
But that's how Abby and I met in 2015. And what year is it now? 2013? 2018. So it's been a little while.
2013. Yeah, and then, we had that super awesome first date.
We went to a concert.
So, I don't remember, but fun fact about Cooper, he bought Motley Crue tickets for us to go to Motley Crue, like, I don't know how long that was after. I don't know if it was before we met no, it had to be after we met.
Yeah,
because we talked a long time for like a month, right?
Yeah, something like that. And we went to a show for our first date. We went and saw DRI, and then after that, I was like, "Hey, Motley Crue's coming to Eugene. Do you want to go?" And then I got tickets, and we went to that.
We weren't dating when you got the tickets.
Yeah.
And then Motley Crue, it was like 4 or 5 months, right? So we were dating by the time we went.
Yeah, it was a while. The show was you had to buy tickets early, for something like that, unless, we didn't have great seats anyway, but...
But it was fun.
Yeah. Motley Crue and Alice Cooper. That was pretty cool.
They're both very old now.
And Motley Crue doesn't play anymore. That was their farewell tour.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Alice Cooper will be playing for the next 10 years until he dies. But
You might die tomorrow.
That's how Abby and I met, and that's the Throwback Thursday story.
Yeah, I'm trying to rip Cooper off of video games.
Oh, you admit it. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's actually Thursday right now, so we're going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I got to edit this thing, get it up. And the guy never texted me about the Super Nintendo game, so maybe tomorrow. We'll see. He sounded like he needed the money, but won't text me, so I don't know. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Abby doesn't have work tonight, luckily. You don't have work tomorrow either, right?
No, I have school.
School tomorrow, but no
Yep.
work. Well, you better do your homework.
Oh, I have a crazy casino story.
I'll tell it.
So, I actually have 2.
I haven't heard these.
Yeah, I know. One of them might not be YouTube channel appropriate. So
Just don't give out personal details.
the first story, a gentleman got very mad over his $10 bet, and he punched a slot machine several times. He was banned for 6 months and has to pay $5,000 to fix it.
Oh my gosh. He got mad that, like, he lost a $10 bet?
Yeah.
He punched it and actually, like, damaged it?
Yeah, because it was touchscreen.
Oh, gotcha.
Punched it. And then, second story, which is not appropriate.
Wait, why would they ban him for 6 months and then charge him the fine? Like,
Because
if I was him, I would never want to come back.
It's all up to TGA. It's all up to Tribal Gaming Association. It's their rules, not...
That's fine, but, like...
They don't give us reasons.
Are they thinking that, oh, we'll ban him for 6 months, then he'll come back?
So...
Because if someone was trying to charge me $5,000, I would never go back and support their establishment.
I don't know if it's the same guy, but we had another... I don't know if it was the same guy. We had another person punch a machine as well.
Recently?
A week ago.
Mm.
I don't know if it's the same person who
What is
punched
Cass
both
doing?
machines, and that's the reason they banned him.
There's a cat under here.
So, second story, we have 2 bars in the casino, and at one of the bars there is restrooms, and somebody, you're gonna have to cut this out.
Somebody what?
Somebody left a really, really large butt plug in the male bathroom.
Oh gosh.
And
I'm not cutting that out.
and they had to, like, do biohazard with it and everything. Oh god. Cat butt.
Your mom watches these videos.
I know.
So does my mom.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cooper's mom. I'm sorry, my mom. I'm sorry, Shelly.
Okay, let's go. See you guys tomorrow.
I'm sorry.